Hi everyone. This video is about your week 7 work and the tasks that we have coming up in it. So let's start off with 7.0. Remember, I will place this video and others in here. 7.0 Introduction to Microsoft Excel Basic Features. Okay, so here it says welcome to week 7. This week we're going to learn about the basics of Excel. Excel is not like algebra or geometry or trigonometry or any of those that really kind of can send you running to the hills, okay? Excel at this level is about adding, subtracting, getting a sum. There's a few things about determining statistical functions. Don't go running. They're real simple. There's 3 of them: minimum, maximum, and average, okay? There are keys to help you do this besides me. So let's kind of look at what you have available to you to help you. All right, so here we go. Now, getting started, watch what Excel is and how you use it. If you just click here, this is the GCF Learn that you have.
Excel 2013 is a spreadsheet program that allows you to store, organize, and analyze information. You can use
Okay, so that's from YouTube. So you also have links down here. We're going to see them in a minute. GCF Learn is so much better than a textbook simply because that it shows you. Most of my students I find are very visual learners, including myself. And to watch somebody do it or be able to read it and then practice it, I think is really cool. So our objectives for this week is to describe how Excel is used in your field and alternatives to Excel, identify parts of the Excel screen, format text and numbers appropriately, input labels and values, demonstrate how to insert in name sheets, create simple formulas, insert functions with appropriate ranges. Now, readings and resources, and there's a lot of videos down here. They're all GCF Learn tutorials, which is really cool. And if you want to take a note while you do it, that's fine. You can go and rewatch these as many times as you want. Here's where simple formula, here's where their functions. Let's look at functions for a minute. Okay, and see how it does this? You should know by this time how GCF Learn works. See, now functions, sum, average, which you're going to need to know this one, and this one. So you're going to need to know these 3 to do one thing. Sum, you're going to need to know. Count, you won't need to know, but sum, average, max, and min. So here's your total cost. This is just totally adding, not you adding. All right, so type the equal sign right over here where it says FX, that's function. You can also do list of functions. All right, so type the function name. Here's average, and it goes on to tell you how to do this. Okay, and it's a real, it's what I would call a easy read. All right, how to do sums, really easy. So this is really a good way to do this. Function library. Okay, so go through it. And the beauty of it is if you kind of go, well, I understood this, but I didn't understand that. So you can go back and just review part of this rather than all of it. Okay, so this is really good. All right, so next, after the introduction, is your discussion for this week. Spreadsheets, and several of you have already posted. Spreadsheets are an important tool for all businesses, and it's important to be aware of other spreadsheet options. If you're truly spreadsheet literate, you can transfer skills from Excel to other spreadsheet programs. In the working world, I don't care what major you are now. Computer programs are built on the premise of Excel. So if for some reason you're trying to track a patient, if you're in medical and you're trying to track a patient's uh, blood pressure over like the last 5 visits. And you need to find out the average blood pressure he had when he was in the office, he, she, and what was the lowest, which would be minimum, and what was the highest, which would be max blood pressure. That would help you based on however that program's written that you have in the office. It would be Excel based because why recreate the will? And so this will help you. So it's maybe something you kind of go, but you have me, you have GCF Learn. You're also allowed to ask your classmates for help. Some of them in the class are very good at some of these computer programs, so you can just throw the question out there for help. All right, so it's important to be aware of other spreadsheet options. What alternatives are there to Excel, meaning what other programs, and how are spreadsheets used in your field? And there's a bunch of discussions already. It's thinking, all right, what this quiz, this is an assignment. Well, it's named wrong. It's a quiz. I'll change it. Uh, it is a quiz, and you're supposed to help figure out these. You guys have had this kind of quiz before. So, oh no, no, no. Okay, so I went ahead and stopped for a second and changed this to a quiz. See, quiz there, quiz there. So it is a quiz. Remember, on your quizzes, you get 2 attempts. Okay. So next is one of your assignments. Introduction to Excel and Cell Basics. Now you're having to do this assignment using GCF Learn and download a starter file. And this challenge is within GCF Learn. So you're going to have to do the challenge, read through the information that it provides to you in the starter file. So uniform costs. Okay, so here's the rubric. So average, most expensive, which is max, least expensive, which is minimum, total, and that's almost the length of the math that you're going to have to use. And here's the instructions. You've just landed your first job after graduating. You start 1 week. You're told you need to provide your own uniform or professional wear. So if you're criminal justice or business, it might be a suit. It might be a nice blouse and pants or skirts, whichever you typically wear. It's time for you to do some research on uniform professional wear requirements and cost. Using Excel, you're going to organize and analyze your data. All right, and so here it tells you what to do. Here it gives you inputting the uniform data into your blank worksheet. So it goes through and tells you how to do it.
All right, open up Excel and we have a blank spreadsheet. You want to start putting in your data? Where do you start? Well, let's.
Okay, and this really have lines and stuff. It just isn't showing up. So this is how you would organize it within Excel. So this would be column A. This would be column, store 1 would be column B. Store 2 is going to be column C. Store 3 would be column A, B, C, D. This part will be E, F, and G. Do not eyeball it. If you do not give me a formula here, it is wrong. Okay? Inserting another worksheet, formatting the numbers. All right? Because it's money, you need to use numbers, not just, you have to use cents. So you couldn't just put 335 with $335. It'd be 335 decimal point 00, that type of thing. So here's some more tutorials. They're not long tutorials. And here's, I put in minimum, maximum, average to help you remember. Here's the functions, and you can always ask me, okay? All right, so then the next assignment is part of your final project. So last week you did your draft 1 of the PowerPoint presentation, or step 4. Now we're at step 5. So now we have a few more things that you need to do, and you need to tweak it from what we talked about. I'm going to be grading your projects from last week today, and so that you'll have feedback and you know what you need to tweak to get this part done. And that's it for this week. Okay. If you have questions, shoot me an email. Remember, I don't usually work on Sundays. I do in extreme circumstances. Um, sometimes I have people at home that have some health problems and I don't get everything done that is an absolute necessity through the week. And so I will work on Sundays, but it's my goal to have 1 day off and not work on Sundays. So don't count me being there on Sunday. So at least look things over so that you can email me Monday through Saturday. Okay? All right. Take care. Have a good week. Bye-bye.